Hello, everyone,
Hello everyone, I am Jahnavi.
and I'm Subhashree Grahi. Today, we are here on behalf of the Teen Pop magazine, which is the first online magazine for teenagers that helps young aspiring journalists to share their voice, build their writing portfolio, and receive feedback from others.
Today we are here to interview the extremely hardworking and talented cast of the very successful and highly appreciated short web series The Summer Story and its sequel The Winter Story streaming on YouTube. So the series is about three roommates, Samar, Varun and Raghav, experiencing life in Mumbai through failures, success, romance, heartbreaks and having a very cute meet with a special person Rachel. To introduce themselves.
Sure. Hi guys, my name is Shivam Gemini. Hello. Porish, you go next.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Hi, guys. I'm Porush Singh.
Hi, I'm Arya Singhal.
Hello to all of you. So, according to what I saw, heard, and even everything else, um, the show was completely shot by the cast, right? So, what difficulties did you face during this time?
Uh, see, basically, when you're just an actor in a movie or like you're playing, so you know that you have to just do this one job. Like you have to be in front of the camera and act. Okay. But then here we had like multiple tasks at the same time. So when we are in front of the camera, we have to be in our characters, and then when we go back behind the camera, suddenly we have to switch to all and look at all the technicalities and look at the shot list. Okay, we have to take three more shots. And when I am in front of the camera, someone else is recording. When me and Porish are there, so Arya is shooting. When it's Raghav and Isha's shot, so I am shooting. So it's like we have to do like so. That is one. So a lot of planning is required in such cases, and especially when it's for outdoor shoots. But we all have done this before. Also, we used to make short films in school, in college. So even Porish and Ara used to be there, and we had to so we are we knew what kind of difficulties will be there, and especially for Winter Story, we will really prepared. I think Porish and Arya will tell some more, things.
Arya, तुम start करोगी या
Porish,
shall I start?
तू कर ले
हाँ. Actually, we हम लोग बहुत पहले से like I and Shivam we've been into shooting films, like making short films and all since college. हमारी like our first film in college was Diwali Mubarak. Like we shot it amongst all our like cast and crew. So we have been doing that since like I think maybe 5 to 6 years. So I think we're like doing the same thing for Summer Story and Winter Story was not. I don't think it was such a big deal because हम लोग पहले भी ये सब कर चुके थे. So yeah, of course there were many technical difficulties क्योंकि एक बार कभी-कभी hard disk का issue हो जाता था and there was like we used to miss out on taking some shots and we had to do it the next day. So all these kind of technical issues used to come. But I think more or less it was a very smooth experience. And we never had like any major problems as such.
Yeah, and like also shooting with our friends helped, it didn't feel like we were on
Yeah, yeah.
a,
It didn't
curfew
feel
or
like work.
something. Yeah, so that was the best thing about it, I guess. Hi, Shubhu.
yeah. Oh, Shubhu is here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
Where
here.
is
Shubham in
Shubhu?
the house.
I can't see.
Welcome,
Oh,
Shubham.
Ah, Shubhu. Especially outdoor shoots, so they used to be damn interesting because we were shooting at a public place and there are so many people around us and they are they are doing their and our main motive was we never wanted to disturb anyone. We wanted to make sure it because they are out there enjoying and we are not we don't have a permission to shoot there. So we never wanted to disturb anyone. So we used to really plan it well. Okay, if if Shubhu and Porosh and Rohit are there in the scene. So I'll go with the camera from one angle. Arya will shoot from one angle, and people won't really figure out that we are shooting like a web series or a film. The maximum they could think of was like we are making a reel or something. So they just used to ignore us. Like they are making a TikTok video, so just let it
TikTok video.
be. So that's why we used to be very careful. So it was overall it was very like a lot of fun. There were difficulties, but because we were shooting with friends, so it was a lot of fun.
It's really nice to hear. So moving on, If you guys had to describe your particular characters in one word, what would that be?
Um,
Shubhu, you start.
oh
You are
yeah.
new. You're,
Ah, I think she's passionate and she's quite stubborn, I feel. Which changes, but initially she's a stubborn character to deal with. Over to you guys. I have nothing more to say about
I
Isha.
still
She's
like
passionate
Isha,
One
and
word.
like,
stubborn.
I don't know about like stubborn, yeah, in a way, but the way I guess she tries to understand is really, inspiring.
I I feel that she's passionate. Like
Mm.
her understanding nature comes later on in the series, but she's passionate about what she feels. Like she sticks to what she thinks is right, and that changes over the series, over the course of the series. So she's a passionate character, is what I feel.
Mm.
she's very mature also. Like with time, she realized, कि, okay, abhi itna I have forced someone. Now I'll wait. The person will understand. She's very mature. Like Isha overall.
Loyal and mature. That's it.
Yeah.
Parish, how
You
is
are.
your
Yeah. Like I think I would describe Varun in just one word. Like he's very naive. I think that's it. Like कोई उसको बोलेगा, like I think if someone just comes and tells him two three words about someone, वो अचानक से मान लेगा. He'll be like, हाँ ठीक है, इसने बोला तो मतलब सही होगा. And yeah, that's I think naive and easygoing. Like he doesn't take much things like seriously. Like होता है तो होता है, नहीं होता है नहीं होता है, जो होगा देखा जाएगा. But he's naive. He's very naive.
I think even
But at the same time, he's very loyal, I feel, Porush, like Varun. Like he might be naive, but he has this childlike quality in him which makes him very lovable. So
Yeah.
not naive for
He's
me, I
very
think it's
like
lovable.
yeah, naive. I don't know, just
yeah.
like almost a Varun charming. He's very like very very sweet guy, very nice. Like Porish also is very sweet, but Varun.
about the knife part, I think you played a prank on Porush sir about the right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I am actually pranked
yeah,
all the
like
time.
it's yeah, it's a
I'm
very
actually I'm
like it's
pranked
a
so much
tradition.
that like at this point I don't know what's real, what's not. I'm that player.
Like it's a tradition every
April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
It's fun. Highlight of
Arya,
the
you go, Arya.
yeah. Rachel she's just optimistic, I guess, like optimistic and carefree, but she's not like stupid carefree. She's still like has some motive behind why she is friendly or tries to know more about a person, but I think with like a motive. She doesn't like do it just to like make friends and friends and friends. She really wants to know someone, she will do that. That's I think that's Summer.
Um, summer. I was thinking to what one word, and I think summer is like if one word is simple. Like when I was writing Summer's character, and I had to write. I wanted to write the most simplest form uh, of one of the lead characters. Like when you're writing like a hero character, so there are multiple heroes. So I wanted Summer to be the most simplest form of the hero. Like उसको गुस्सा भी आएगा तो वो जब अगर ज्यादा निकाल रहा है तो वो बिल्कुल ऐसा गला भर आएगा उसका एंड like
Mute.
yeah, simple.
Mhm. I love this
That's good to
character.
hear. I know, same. Like, it's very cool, relatable character to some extent as well. So moving on. Now, since you guys are Friends fan, and even I am like a huge Friends fan, so I really had this question. Like Varun's character was a character that was, had bad luck at love, and then was like a struggling actor. So did you like take an inspiration from Joey over there, or was it like a coincidence?
Yeah, starting with Shubhu.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
you
the
start with, I
closest
think
to
so you want the
Naga.
most. Yeah, you are the closest to
Uh,
that. So, correct.
Raghav is so many things, yeah. Not what one word.
So many things.
Uh, Too many
Think,
things.
no,
He's
think,
he's a
think.
very he's a conflicted character, I feel. He has a lot of things going on at the same time, so his character is conflicted. He's not black, he's not white, he's gray, and I think that makes his character very real. Like his struggles and
Yeah.
whatever he does, even the way he behaves. I like how Raghav has a lot of layers. So he's not
Mm.
he's not lovable all the time, and you can't hate him all the time. He's a very real human being with a lot of layers, and I feel um, real is the word for him. I feel.
He's also very
Yeah.
protective. Like if you look at situations where he has to defend Summer or even like be there for Rachel, he has that streak which he doesn't show a lot. Like he won't show it
Hmm.
every time that I care for you and tell me what you want, I'll be there. But when that situation comes where like his friend really needs him, he's really there. So
He's, uh,
Yeah, he's silently
he's very
present
ambitious.
always.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I think
silent.
like
ambitious
like
also.
yeah, the one thing like I think if I have to describe Raghav as a character is I think he's the one who who tries to who tries to mend things actually, like he doesn't have like a lot going through on his life because because of work, and he's not able to give time to his relationship, but he tries a lot to mend things. So I think that's one positive thing that I like about Raghav. And I think maybe trying to adjust, that could be the most apt sentence for Raghav's character, I think.
Shivam?
And yeah, above all, he's very ambitious. Like because he's always, focused for career as well. Yeah. I personally love Raghav's character because he's there are certain things about each characters which are very real and relatable. And I used to tell Rohit, there are uh, guys like that who are ambitious and who genuinely love their girlfriend or their partners, but there are times when they cannot really decide or figure out, and it seems like they are not. Like overall throughout the series, throughout the two seasons, he he also loves Isha as much as Isha loves him, but it just sometimes looks like that he's a little less interested, and because he's not able to express, and that happens a lot with people in real also. But yeah, love Raghav. Yeah.
True. I mean, it's very real. There are many people like that around. I think around everybody.
Yeah, I think you'll relate
Yeah.
to most guys in Andheri, like to Raghav, because all of them are into working and
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So since you all are Friends fans, which character personally do you relate to the most?
Who's going first?
Or
Uh,
Like बोतल घुमानी चाहिए जिसके पास आएगा they'll do it.
Shivam, who do you
I'll
relate?
go
I
first.
think Arya.
Yeah, okay,
Me?
Arya.
Anyone. Yeah.
Uh, I I relate to Joey and Chandler and Rachel. So like Joey for his friendship,
Rachel.
Chandler for like his overall care about his friends. Even Joey is the same in a way. And Rachel for like her loyalty, I guess. She's uh, she is like passionate about what she wants and who she has in her life. So yeah. Shubhu, who do you relate to?
I
Yeah.
Ha ha. Shiv, carry on. I'll go after you.
I just like I was thinking. I think I relate to Joey for the friendship part because I also feel really possessive for my friends, and when it comes to leaving the house or moving away
Yeah,
from each
he's
other, I just
he is
cannot
so
take it.
like
So
Joey in
I
that.
I really relate that part of Joey. You guys go.
It's like for me, beyond a doubt, I relate the most to Monica. Definitely. There are
Yeah, you
lots
are
of
not.
things in her that I relate to, like her behavior, the way she thinks at times, and there's also a streak in me from Phoebe where she's protective about animals, and she gets weird about trees being cut. Like, I am like that. I get really weird when those things happen in front of me. So I think that streak from Phoebe, and majorly I relate to Monica the most, because I really like how she's passionate and the way she supports Chandler throughout, and the way she just what I love about her character is that she is often misunderstood as, like, as being a certain way, but there's people often forget that little bit about her, where she's the one who brings them all together, and she just nurtures and protects them throughout the whole series. I really like, it's not that I relate to that part, but it's something I really love about her. But
She's
apart
like a
from that, yeah, that's
glue to the group. She's like the glue of the group. Any
yes,
misunderstanding, she'll
yes.
always try to clear it.
Yeah, but I also love how she has lots of flaws. Again, makes her very real. Like, lots of flaws in her, but I love her. And she's the character I relate to the most. Like, I'm not exactly like her, but I relate the most to her. Yes.
I relate to like only two characters from Friends. One is Phoebe, of course, because she's very hippie type. She very easygoing, happy-go-lucky. She doesn't care. Like she doesn't care what she says. Also, she speaks her mind all the time. And the second character is Gunter from Central Park, who because that describes my love life all the time.
Also Joey, huh? A little bit you are.
Yeah, Joey. The love life of Joey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Also the
more
how
like
you
Gunter only,
doing
not
part.
not less of Joey.
Yeah,
And that's it.
which reminds me, Janvi's question, the previous question about Joey
Mm.
and the Varun's character. So I'll tell you like a little bit, and then Porish maybe can add
Yeah,
something.
yeah, sure, sure, sure.
So when I was when I started writing Summer Story, okay. So Summer Story, we had like literally like minus budget, not even a zero budget. So I had to really like write characters well, so it will bring out something good when people will watch it. So I wanted to write. So first, when I started writing, it was just a story about this girl coming to India, okay, like a new country and from like an Indian American girl, and then meeting this one character who was not really Summer, just one guy, okay. Then I thought there should be a friendship angle, okay. So that's when I added three characters, okay, three friends that really made the story more sensible and more, fun, because without that it was just a story and it was very limited. And that's when I start. So when I wrote these three characters, I thought I'll add all three different types of things, whether it's for relationship or for for career wise. So when it comes to relationship, we have Varun, who has like very open idea about love, okay. He's experimenting, okay, whether failing or successful, but experimenting. Then Raghav, who's settled, who has someone he genuinely loves. And then Summer, who's like was so much in love, now he's like cannot fall in love. Then when it comes to career, so I had three different types I wanted to show. One who's failing again and again, that's Varun. Then one who's really settled, Raghav, okay. And then one Summer who's uh like who's moved on. Like he's like, now I do not want a career, I want to do something independently, right? So and eventually that and then these two characteristics of Barun, that he is like failing in career as well as love, but once Porsche portrayed it, he really added that charm, and it did started looking like Joey's style, like it was like Joey's style. And that really, we also loved it. We were like, yeah, yeah, like keep it, because that's really how Porsche is also, like the personality, not these flaws, the personality is okay, like personality. And then eventually it made a really amazing character. Forest, if you can add something.
Yeah, oh, okay, okay. So when it comes to love, I think I've been failing in love since my fifth standard. Like it's nothing new. But so the thing is, like I think my character is mostly to do with Joey because Joey is, he's I think he's a very likable character by women. He's very funny. He's very, like he's very. I think he's very magnetic. He's a very magnetic. He has a very magnetic personality. So I think my character like has a lot to do with Joey. So yeah, like, and even the auditions part, because even I am as a struggler as Joey is.
Well, it's very nice to hear that even if it was a coincidence, it just came out so
Mm.
well. Okay, so the next question is: was there any line in the series that was improvised on spot, and you guys actually turned out to like it more than the actual script?
Uh, See, what we used to do now. So like when we used to shoot, so we used to discuss a lot before shooting, and it was like just us, like we are friends, like so we had a little more independence towards. So there were times when, like for example, we are shooting and Porish and Arya are talking, and Porish said something which is sounding better than what was written in the script. So we used to change it on the spot. We used to make some changes. कि, okay, now no, Porish, this is better. तू यही बोल, यही बोल. We used to change it tabhi, and then we used to do it. So it was more like, instead of like improvisation, we used to discuss and we used to make changes in the script itself. So it was like that, and we did that a lot. I think a lot.
Like almost the really impactful dialogues, I think those are the ones that we didn't change anything because it was so perfectly written by Shivam. So there was not, it was like perfect. So other than that, I think all the candid conversations we have are almost improvised because it's again, we are friends, we are talking. So that kind of comes. I just had to like make sure I'm speaking in English and not like Hindi and English. But other than that, it was like the candid conversations were still like improvised more than the really big, meaningful dialogues.
Hmm. Also in the show, Varun, Raghav, and Samar are really close friends, right? So, is it that before Shivam sir had the idea of the series, did Parush sir, Rohit sir, and Shivam sir know each other very well, or was it because of the show you got to know each other better, or how is it?
We we are actually like how we are in the show. Like we used to actually live in that same flat. Like yeah, used to. And so right after the college, we are from same college, and right after the college we shifted, and we are like just exactly like how we are in the series, and as close as, I think, even more than that. Porish, do you want to add
Yeah,
something?
actually, yeah, we were actually actually basically the chemistry, or like all the three of us have, like I think it's the same chemistry which we had since during our college times. Like whenever we used to meet in the hostel rooms and we used to talk all night, I think that's the same chemistry. It's the same thing that's been shown in the in our web series. And I really don't think it was that difficult, if you like, if you have that inbuilt chemistry since the start, so it wasn't really difficult. So I think, just to put it in a nutshell, I think like all of us were friends from before only during our college times. And like this series, I think this series is a perfect representation of our friendship.
That's amazing. Also, what Shivam sir, what made you write the plotline of Pittu Chacha and explaining the generation gap thing?
So see, Summer Story was like a glimpse of what I wanted to portray, but I wanted to keep it limited. Then in Winter Story, we did plan a lot of things. Like we used to sit together, discuss a lot. All of us used to put our ideas. And this one thing was in my mind always, that I want to bring some old generation character, and who will meet these guys. And first they will have some problems, you know like problems in understanding each other, but eventually they will understand how, if we share a little bit, if we try to talk, things can get better. And luckily that time our very good friend Karthik was in Mumbai, and I had told him that he'll play some good character in the series. So he was expecting more like a young guy who will probably get a chance to flirt with Isha or Rachel. But I told him that, what, I have this really a lot better character for you. That's Pinto Chacha. And he's very like amazing. So he agreed, and that's how it happened.
Okay. So, my next question is to Arya ma'am. So, ma'am, if you notice your comment section of the trailer and the first episode of the summer story, there are a lot of comments which I also thought were true. Is that some of your profiles look a lot like Yashaswini Dayama? So, how much do you agree to that?
I used to resist that comparison at the start because I didn't really I don't know, see it, but I really like I've accepted it, and I do see there are like not just facial features, there are a lot of her traits that match mine. A lot. I'm not even kidding. It's like we were separated at birth. So yeah, like I think it's really cool because she's like a really cool and fun person. I think she's more outgoing than me. Uh, and I have actually been face to face with her. Like I was in casting, so I have auditioned her and stuff. And that time it really hit me, that yeah, we are alike. Like in looks, there's been like Shivam, I think will tell you, there's been an incident where someone has asked him, "Am I like?"
Oh,
Shivam just
it was super interesting. Okay, so we were at Mumbai Film Festival. Okay, Mami, which happens, I guess, and so we were. It was like first or second day, and we were waiting outside the screen, and in Andheri Fun Cinema. We were waiting outside the screen. Okay, and we were sitting on the floor, and she said we were waiting for a very long time, and she said she'll go get some cold coffee or something. I was like, okay. So then there was this group of four friends, and one of them, like, came and he's like, I have seen her in a web series. So I thought you a summer story. So yes, our web series is finally getting noticed. People are watching it. So I got damn happy. I was like, yes, yes, she is in a web series. Even I was there. So she's like, no, 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 I've not seen you. She was there. It's some adulting or something. I was like, oh, okay, okay, no, 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 no. Like she does look like her, but she's not that. So then I told her, please watch some. I told him, please watch some of it. Yeah.
I think that that incident is not just limited to Arya. It's limited to me. It's been with me and Shivam also. A lot of people confuse us with like we both are similar. I'll tell
Yeah,
you one.
people in college used to think we are like
Yeah,
twins
I'll
or something.
I'll tell you one incident. Okay, like so we went. We our college had this Fiki frames. So like both of us went there, and the host called him to the stage, and he was asking him some tricky questions, and he answered all of them, and he got a prize for it. So I was standing outside. Okay, I was eating food because free food, of course. I was eating like food outside, and some like two three guys, they just came towards me and they were like, "Hey, bro, congratulations!" I just turned at them. I like what for? Like what did I do? So they were like, "Oh no, no, you're not that guy. You're not that guy." So yeah, that guy's inside. Yeah,
We used to have like same hairstyle that time in college, and we were like same dress. So like a lot of people
we
used to
had
think
the
they're
same hair
twins. Like
dryer.
people who,
Maybe that's it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We were same roommates
Yeah,
now. We were roommates in
yeah.
college. So that's right.
It's really nice to hear. And it does feel really funny when someone comes up to you and thinks you're someone else. Okay. So
Yeah.
moving on, there were, some plots like Summer's writer's block or like, Varun's mom not being supportive enough. So did you take these from like real life or was it just like written?
There were a lot of inspiration. Like after I finished writing the character, when it came to writing scenes and writing sequences, there were a lot of real life inspirations. But like for example, when we were shooting the New Year episode, so Rohit actually had to go to Pune, like for some reason, like he had some important work there, so he had to go. Okay, and we were like, don't go because we were gonna actually shoot it on the New Year's Day so that we can actually buy stuff for New Year and celebrate New Year as well as shoot it also. So like planning. But then Rohit had a different plan and he had to go. So that's how we kind of wrote it in the script also that and that's how he has some work. He has to go to Pune and all that. So there were inspirations a lot of time, and yeah, definitely there were.
That's amazing.
Yeah, regarding my parents not being supportive. Yeah, yeah. So like,
Yeah, yeah. Please tell.
yes,
That was
like
a
yeah.
message.
When it comes to like, there's a reason I locked the door because when it comes to real life, also they're not supportive of what I was doing anyway. So yeah, so like it has a lot to do with the real life. Yeah, they were actually that's the reason I could actually connect with my character, with the Varun's character more because I and Varun, like we both have the same, we both every day we used to feel the same, face the same situation. We used to get call from Like I used to get call from my mom. She would be like, "कि मतलब क्या कर रहे हो? घर आओ, कुछ काम करो यहाँ पे. वो क्या काम कर रहे हो उधर मुंबई में?" And even during the lockdown, also when the lockdown was about to happen, like I think I was really tired of explaining that I was actually shooting a web series and it was very important. And like my mom just had one question, like, यार पूरा बॉलीवुड बंद हो चुका है और like ऐसा कौन सा है जो तुमको शूट करना है? And like it's very difficult to explain your parents regarding all this. So that made the connection more strong.
Yeah, I think it's when parents support. I think that's the best thing. But I'm sure they will. I mean, they are much more supportive now than they were before.
Yeah, we just like hope it will reach more and
Yeah.
more people, so that
Yeah.
eventually they'll hear from someone else, because that feels really nice when someone else tell our parents, "Ki, oh, I've seen your kids web series or something like that." So that's when they realize, ki, okay, oh, okay, what they're doing is actually something. Because
So moving on to our next question, it's for Shivam sir. So are there any plans to publish the summer story and winter story in case they've like been written?
I'm actually planning now, because after people finish a winter story, sometimes they ask me, they like DM me, ki, where can we buy this? And I'm like, no, 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 it was just for the series. It's not actually in real. Or sometimes like they compliment the series, I reply, and then they ask you, oh, where can we buy? So I really started because I was actually planning to write a book this year, by the end of this year. So, but it's something else. It's kind of related to what Summer was actually writing, and when Rachel asked, tell me about your book. So a little bit, so it was actually like that connected. So I'm actually writing something like that. But if that works, I'll actually like by the next year, I'll actually publish a summer story, a winter story, maybe a more detailed version of it.
I'm extremely excited to read it.
Thank you.
I but okay, moving on. If you could be another character from the show, which one would it be and why?
Shubhu, start.
No, 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 no. I want to
I'll
hear
start.
your answers first.
Porish, start. Porish, start.
Yeah.
Chorus.
I think if I wasn't Varun, I would be Raghav because of Isha.
Ah,
Ah,
Yeah.
this
wow.
is such a cute answer, Porush. I swear.
ये राघव
You're
रोहित
just
यहाँ
seeing the
पे नहीं
tip
है,
of
उसका
the
फायदा
iceberg.
उठा
रोहित
रहा है ये।
नहीं है हाँ फ्री हो रहा है पॉरुष
Correct,
Glad he's
correct.
not
Arya,
here.
you.
I would like to be Summer. I think
Oh,
I don't know. It's just a very comfortable person to be Summer. I don't know if that makes sense. Just
Plus,
to
you get
have
the
that
room, the nice
sanity.
room.
What?
I
Yeah,
miss
I
that
get the
too.
nice room then.
I miss
There's a
that.
That room,
I'm trying my
creativity.
best.
There was
Shivam
a weird room,
decorated
yeah.
that
क्या क्या?
room A to Z. But
Yeah,
we
yeah.
used to treat it like it's ours only. Like, kuch bhi. Like,
वो
Shivam,
अलग
sorry,
एक
we're
घर
coming
था
and we are
just
sleeping.
that room.
Haan.
Shivam, who would you like to be?
I don't know, yaar. I cannot imagine, because like everyone played the role so well. I cannot imagine myself to be even close to anything. Like seriously, like everyone, all of you are so good at every like. No one can. I cannot imagine myself. Seriously.
I think you're the best in like summer as summer. I think that's the best description of you also. You know, summer's character.
You
Thank
all
you
Correct.
suit
yourself.
your character really, really well. And like even Porus sir and Arya ma'am, you all had really well calculated answers, really smart ones. And it was really nice to hear them.
Thank you
Okay.
so
Calculated.
much.
So my next question is directed to Shubharima ma'am. So, my character Isha was a very nice character to see who, developed very well and, became very unproblematic. It wasn't like very insecure or something. And usually, when we see other female characters in Isha's shoes, they're usually a bit insecure. So, like, what do you have to say about such a portrayal?
I honestly feel that Isha became an unproblematic character, but she started off as a problematic character. Uh, she had a lot of issues. She dealt with them over the course of the series, and then she became unproblematic. But she felt every single emotion, like as you mentioned, insecurity. I'm sure she has felt it because she saw that she prioritized her boyfriend, but her boyfriend didn't really prioritize her over his job, but he had his reasons, and that's okay. So I feel Shivam wrote Isha in a very layered manner. She's she's not black or white. She deals with a lot of stuff, and she's just as the episodes progress, she's just dealing and moving on. That is how she is, and it felt really good to play Isha for the simple reason that I got to showcase a lot of emotions in the series, a lot, like from anger to being a stubborn girlfriend to being a caring girlfriend to being a friend to the others, everything. So I enjoyed playing Isha, like however much, because she was added in the second season, right? Like in the first season I just knew that she's Raghav's girlfriend. Shivam wrote Isha in the second season, like in a bit more detailed manner. And while I used to have like those little fights with Shivam saying कि मुझे ये dialogue नहीं बोलना है. And he used to be
Yeah,
like, "तू बोल दे." This
I
is
was going to say
important.
कि Isha was the most discussed character. Like हम लोग ने सबसे ज़्यादा there used to be discussions between me and Shubhu about the character, and I used to tell her just do it. I promise it will turn like it will look exactly. There's a particular thing I'm planning. I want to show that she is like that. There were times when she used to be like, why is she being so nice? Can't she just take, go away, get lost? I'm like, no, no, wait. She is like that. There will be there will be her art that people will notice,
I think
and
Isha was
yeah,
the
so it
like
did well.
the star of Winter Story for me.
Yeah,
She was the
Yeah,
because
like the
the
growth.
reason in Summer Story we see her through more like through not Raghav's perspective, but just our audience perspective that we are assuming that she's calling Raghav again and again. He's cutting the call. So we are assuming that maybe she is very annoying. That's why he's cutting the. We are assuming. We don't know how she is. And then in the second season, when finally Shubhu agreed to, play and, like I convinced her, please, like there is a lot of things I want you to do this time. Because in Summer Story, I just told her, there's a small role, please do it. But then in Winter
every
Story, she
time I
had to
used
like be
to
there all the time.
in the first half of the series, I used to go to Shivam and say, "Why is she so annoying? Why is she angry all the time?" In the second half of the series, I used to go to him and be like, "Why is she so nice and sweet all the time?" So it's like it was very like Shivam had a tough time dealing with me. I'm sure because I remember like एक दो fights. So I remember only कि मुझे नहीं बोलना है, नहीं नहीं बोलूंगी मैं.
Yeah.
So one day in the afternoon, we sat and I couldn't get through one dialogue because I did not want to say one dialogue, and we lost that day. वो shoot हुआ नहीं that day because of that thing. So, but yeah, I am really
Yeah.
like
She
happy
shot the
with how
entire
Isha turned
scene.
out.
Isha was
But
See, I
yeah,
told
so
lovely.
he
her.
wrote
I
it
used to tell
amazing.
her, and especially there were comments about Isha. A lot of comments where girls related to it, guys related to it. Guys said, "You, she's ideal girlfriend," and like there were. I told her that time also. Right now because our shoot was not like in a linear way. It was very non-linear. First we used to shoot sometimes the last episode, or so there were times when she's just being angry. So she's like, "Why am I just being angry?" And I'm like, "No, no, no, no." Then sometimes only sweet. So I can imagine from her point of view. So that's why I used to be like, just do it, shoot, trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if you were
I
saying
think
something?
I think Shubhorema, I think Isha's character is just like an onion, like there are multiple layers and you just peel it away, there are multiple layers, and plus it brings tears to your eyes. And
Oh,
what,
Polish
and I
is being
want,
sweet to me today.
Yeah, very like
yeah,
he's
I
taking
think the
full
next
advantage
the
of
next
Rohit.
sentence is not that sweet. I'll tell you one thing about Shubhrema. She's so soft, like her voice is so soft that it's very difficult to transcript her voice. Like the camera won't even catch that. Her voice is so low. And one episode,
Huh,
her
okay.
voice, like she was shouting a lot in one episode. Like she had a fight with Raghav. I think that was the easiest episode to dub, to be honest.
Yeah, Polish was writing the subtitles, I guess, for that episode, and he texted saying, ki, I am not being able to understand what you are saying. It's like, okay, sorry.
My ear was literally near the speaker.
Okay, so since Rohit sir isn't with us, I would like you all to answer this on his behalf. Also, that okay, so we all know how Raghav's character was. He was always working and of that sort. But in real life, if you see Rohit sir's Instagram feed, it's very fun loving and so many amazing reels and everything. So, do you think that if Raghav would have left his job, would he be somewhat similar to, I mean, would he be doing something similar to what Rohit sir is doing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he'd
at
be
Yeah.
least
making
I
reels
mean
with Isha.
I can imagine.
Kuch bhi.
Yeah, maybe Isha also sometime. He's because he's actually very funny, and even Raghav, we used to discuss ki Raghav was planning to join do stand up comedy and all. So Raghav has that side which was never really shown to the audience. So maybe yes, possible. What do you guys think?
Possible.
Maybe it's like
Yeah,
a promotional strategy that we hired Rohit to do, to start making reels so that aage jaake. You never know.
Point. Rohit is very funny in real life. Like he's
Yeah.
extremely adventurous as a person also. Like he takes up a lot of stuff. He has a lot of hobbies, which are completely unlike Raghav. So while he himself was working in advertising and he himself was living a very stressful life at one point of time, he never really gave up his hobbies, and he has lots. Like I say, yeah, it's completely possible for him to do new stuff. I think he Raghav should be branching out more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good to hear. So now this will be the last question of our day. And it is, will we be getting a season three, like, a spring story or something?
Hopefully, because we really want to. And it's just that we used to, when we used to live together, it was more like we knew it's going to happen. And it was also dependent on what kind of a response we were getting. So hopefully with time, because I have already started writing, like I have the planning is there. And so yeah, let's see. Like depends on when we are going to meet again. And now we are also at different places. She's in Canada. Rohit is planning to go to somewhere else. So let's see. But yeah, we would love to. Like, what do you like, Shubhu, Porish, Arya?
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I'm
Like,
totally
can
would
you
love
come
to
guys
do
here
it.
and shoot
join?
season three from Rachel's point of view. Foreign land.
He definitely
Yeah.
wanted to happen. Like
Yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
no doubt. But we have to be in the same place for that. So I'm waiting for the day all of us are together again. Like Goa was the like probably the
Goa.
best thing.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Yeah,
best.
That
Goa was the
best
was
best.
thing.
that whole shoot was the best because we literally lost like a lot of hope because of the COVID thing, and we thought we are not gonna meet again, and there was so much shoot left, and then Goa happened. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I'm actually waiting for his next Goa vlog to come actually.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude,
Ah,
I'm like I'll make it as soon as possible. It's just that I'm doing these classes, so pura din usi mein chal gaya.
We'll wait. It's worth the wait.
We would love to see another season. I would personally love to see another season.
Thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
Thank you for being with us today. It was lovely talking to you, and we wish you all the best for whatever you do next.
Thank
You
you so
too.
Thank
much
you
for
so
Thank you
much.
having
so
us
much.
here.
It's a pleasure to have you
Thank
as
you.
well.
Take
Thank
care.
you
Thank you
for
so much for
Bye.
having
Bye.
us.
Thank you.
yeah
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Okay, wait. Is she
Sure.
trying to?
I
yeah.
want a picture with you all.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, oh yeah, we need to upload something. Yeah.
One second.
Hmm.
Hot faces, everyone.